SSDs. Okay, today I'm eating a Cuban pizza. Very happy because this is my favorite Tampa food. I got it from a place called El Farandulero. Let's see how it is. And I am trying my first ever batido de mamey milkshake. It is like a vegetable that's common in Cuba. So anyway, I don't know where to begin. Honestly, feel like I need to be putting pizza on here or something, but I mean ketchup on here or something, but you're supposed to eat it like this, but it's not really working for me at the moment. Those Cuban pizzas are so good. I'm not sure what I think about the mamey milkshake. I like it. It tastes a lot like honeydew. I just don't know if it was worth the $4 I spent on it. This was like $7.99, I think, worth every penny. Hey, this together was $15 out the door, so I feel like that's a good deal. I don't know what it is that's like different about the Cuban pizzas. Like, this one doesn't have as much tomato sauce as my preferred place for Cuban pizza closed, and I knew they would. The restaurants around here never last. They close all the time. And I could just tell that they weren't going to make it. And that makes me so sad. But they put way more pizza sauce on there. And I liked their pizzas more. However, this is great. This is a wonderful, wonderful pizza. So, I believe the Cuban pizza is baked in a cast iron pan or skillet of sorts. And it creates like a crunchy cheese border or whatever it's called. They also tend to put a lot of cheese on there. I believe also they use a specific type of tomato sauce that I'm not really getting on this one, but I use my preferred place that shut down. I would always get it. But yeah, this is way better than like Hungry Howie's or something. I even like this more than the New York style pizza place. But the thing is, I'm not from New York or these northern states where they care about pizza, you know? I only eat this because the crust or the bread or whatever it's on is so good. I have to get over the fact that my preferred Cuban pizza place closed though. Because I keep trying to compare it to there, and it's like, nope, you know, this is a different place. There was one man working in there. He seemed to be a hard worker, very nice, and also very good cook. Oh, another thing, there's no English there. No press one for English there. It was, you must speak Spanish, and I prefer that. Because, you know, I've tried to find a good Cuban sandwich, which I'm going to have to try this sandwich from this place. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. So good. Mm. So far, the Cuban sandwiches in Tampa are not doing it for me. I've tried to do like Tampa versus Miami Cuban. I'm going to have to do it again, but I almost feel bad because, like, after eating the wonderful, beautiful pizza here, I don't want to then bash the guy and say, oh, the sandwich, oh, Miami does it better. But they do, but that's one of my things of the previous places I went for the Cuban sandwiches that kind of made me feel, is that they spoke to me in English. That doesn't happen in Miami. They're not going to speak to you in English there. So, like, I just kind of felt like, is this, like, real? You know, or like when I went to the big Cuban sandwich place here, I feel like it's kind of like a tourist place. It's not a place that Cubans go. So the fact that the guy spoke to me in Spanish makes me feel better about the authenticity of the place. Dang, man, that cheese. I'm just like trying, I don't know why I'm pulling this cheese. It's just like in my way. But yeah, the only reason I'm eating Cuban pizzas, and I'm probably going to do like other Cuban pizza videos, you know it's good when the hand's getting zesty. Ooh, it's like that decadent, you know, like, yeah, the Cuban pizzas to me are decadent. That's the best way I could describe them. But anyway, the food scene in Tampa, I don't really like. It's boring to me. No flavor, nothing special. But my favorite Tampa food is the Cuban pizza. That cheesy crust is so good. I know that they sell Cuban pizzas in Miami, but I did not live in Miami. I lived in Fort Lauderdale. And Tampa is definitely the most Cuban place I've lived. I mean, the Cuban pizza places, there has to be at least 10 in my direct, like, area. They're everywhere. And I like it. It's my favorite food. For me, this is the food that, like, represents Tampa for me. Get that nasty Tampa Cuban sandwich off of Tampa's name. They don't deserve that. Tampa doesn't deserve that disrespect. Get that Tampa-style Cuban sandwich away from Tampa's name, okay? And let's put the Cuban pizza on Tampa's name. Let's put the Cuban pizza on Tampa's name, okay? Sorry to be dramatic, but hey, my name is Evan Zesty, so if you don't like it, bye-bye. But I'm serious. Tampa people love to go on and on about the Cuban sandwich, and the Cuban sandwiches here are terrible. Although I'm going to have to try this, guys. No mention or no popularization of the Cuban sandwich, which is all over Tampa and is just the best Tampa food. And not to mention it's cheap. And you know what? The batido de mamey has definitely grown on me a lot. I actually was supposed to make a short video doing like a review of the place. But I just was excited and ate it. I have to figure out, like, how am I going to do that? If I'm going to review a place and mukbang it, how do I do that? I feel like I have to take a bite. I have to take a bite of the food and a sip of the drink before doing the mukbang. Whatever, you know what? I am going to go with the flow and see what happens. And just improve as I go. But I'd like to promote some of these restaurants because it makes me so sad when there's a good place here and it shuts down, and they all do. Even the food trucks shut down. Like, I think there's a food truck that I've been wanting to go to for a while, but I never did. And I think it shut down. Man, I miss my favorite Cuban pizza place though. I wish they could see me now because years ago, I used to talk to them about my previous attempts at making YouTube channels that I gave up on. Well, I guess I realized, like, I want to do food. And I just wanted so badly for them to be my Cuban pizza video, but hey. You know what? It's like, their bread was much fluffier. This one's a little denser. I would liken their pizza crust to biscuits. The texture. Mm. Man, I hate to say it today, Zesties, but I was doubting myself today. Like, I was at home. And I was like, oh, I haven't been working so much lately, blah, 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 blah. Should I even make a video or not, you know? But then I was like, you know, I have 800 Zesties. I mean, it's not a ton, but there seems to be, you know, every time I post a video, I get more followers. So it's like, let's just do it and see where it goes, right? Oof. I swallowed the biscuity crust. Do I have any Tampanian Zesties here? What if you're watching, what is your preferred Cuban pizza place? Not gonna lie, it's hard to finish. That mamey milkshake does complement it quite well. I feel that you can tell just by how greasy the plate is, how good it was, right? To be honest, I would give it a 7 out of 10 though, just because the crust is a little dry compared to the other place I used to go. And also, it could have used more tomato sauce, and like I said, I was under the impression that they use a specific tomato sauce in the Cuban pizza, and I wasn't really getting that. So for me, this is a 7 out of 10. The other place I would have given like a 9 or something, but they closed. Bye, Zesties.